Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees for today's Bhagavath Katha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namini. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namini. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Please everyone tell loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Please tell loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I pay my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I express all my gratitude and make many praises to Srila Prabhupada, having given us a golden opportunity to all of us for going back to Godhead. All go to Srila Prabhupada for his wonderful devotional services to Srimati Radharani and Lord Gopinath. Hare Krishna. We will be doing this Bhagavath Katha till 9:30. We are told this Bhagavatam is recited by Vedas Bhagavan Rishi during Dwapara Yuga, at the end of Dwapara Yuga, in the beginning of Kali Yuga. It is composed in 12 cantos, and in the 10th canto, the pastimes of Krishna's incarnation during Dwapara Yuga is mentioned. But it is also instructed that we need to follow the Srimad Bhagavatam right from the first canto. Now we are in the first canto, third chapter. In the first chapter, the sages in Naimisharanyam forest, they have raised 6 questions to Srila Sutta Goswami, their spiritual master, about the Supreme God and many other things. And in reply to their questions, from the second chapter onwards, the Sutta Maharshi has been telling the narration to those questions raised by the sages. Now we are in the third chapter of the first canto. Here this chapter deals with the different incarnation of Krishna Paramatma, the Supreme God. The Supreme God has the incarnations are all the causes by Krishna himself. See, you must understand that we have taken birth in our respective mothers' wombs, but we don't have any control. We never wanted to take birth in particular that mother, whereas Krishna's birth we say is avatara, incarnation. All his incarnations are at his own will. Generally, we know that he is having 10 incarnations, Dashavatara. But no, not 10 incarnations. This creation is trillions and trillions of years of old. It was created trillions of many times it was created, not once or twice. So even the scientists agree that this creation is trillions of years old. So in this since the creation, he has taken several thousands of incarnations. Among them, we know the 10 incarnations as Matsyavatara, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, Vamana, Rama, Krishna, and Balarama and Srinivasa. Again, Srinivasa Tirupati Avatara, he is not the incarnation of present Kali Yuga. He was the incarnation during the earlier Kali Yuga. Like the calendar months which passes from January to December, again January repeats. Like that we have 4 millennium, 4 yugas. Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga. Again after Kali Yuga, again Satya Yuga will repeat. For our present Kali Yuga, the incarnation is yet to take place, because the period of Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years. Out of 4,32,000 years, just only 5,250 years has passed. Still another 4,26,500 years is left out. Only at that time he is going to incarnate as Kalki Avatara. This was mentioned in the 25th verse of this third chapter. And he is going to take his incarnation as Kalki Bhagwan in Gujarat state, in Sambala village, at a Vishnuyasa Brahmin family. And this time he is to incarnate as a Kalki Bhagwan coming on a white horse, holding a sword. Not like Saranga Dhanasu or Sudasha wheel chakra. So now we are in the 44th verse. I shall repeat this word slowly. Please repeat along with me. Later I do the narration. Tatra. Please tell loudly everybody. Tatra Kritayato Vipra Vipase Bhuri Tejasaha Ham Chajagamam Tatra Nivastasa Tad Anugrahat So Aham Vaha Sarvayishyami Vipase Bhuri Tejasaha Aham Chajagamam Tatra Nivastat Tad Anugrahat So Aham Vaha Sarvavishyami Idaditam Itamati Tatra Kritayato Vipra Vipase Bhuri Tejasaha Ham Chajagamam Tatra Nivastas Tad Anugrahat So Aham Vaha Sarvaishyami Idaditam Itamati Tatra Kirtayato Vipraser Bhuri Tejasa Aham Chajagamam Tatra Nivastat Tat Anugrahat So Aham Vaha Sarvasyasyami Yataditam Yatamatihi. The word to word meaning of this is Tatra means there. Kriyataha while reciting. Vipraha, O Brahmanas. Viprasraha from the great Brahmana Rishi. Bhuri greatly. Tejasaha, powerful. Aham, I. Cha, also. Adyagamam, could understand. Tatra, in that meeting. Nivistaha, being perfectly attentive. Tat anugrahat, by his mercy. Saha, that very thing. Aham, I. Vaha, unto you. Arvashyami, shall let you know, hear. Yata aditam yata mati, as far as my realization. This Sukadeva Goswami, he is the son of Vedavasa Bhagwan. In Dwapara Yuga, see, I told you this Lord Dashavatara Krishna Paramatma is having many incarnations. Again, this Sri Krishna Paramatma whom you see in the deep form of here, he is also incarnation of Krishna only. In Goloka Vrindavana, there is, that is known as Akila Sri Gokula also. In Goloka Vrindavana, Sri Krishna Paramatma is there along with Radharani. He himself incarnates into 4 forms as Paravasudeva himself and Shankarshana, Aniruddha and Pradyumna. And you must know this in this universe. What you see in universe is not just one universe. It is Akila Koti Brahmanda. How many hairs you have on your body, that you can't count. It will be in crores. Like that, it is Akila Koti Brahmanda. In each Brahmanda, there are different planets like Buddha Graha, Rahu Graha, Shani Graha, Moon planet, Indra planet, Brahmaloka, all those things. In every universe, there is one Vaikunta, Kailasa and Brahmaloka. This Sankarsana takes the form of Adishesha in all the Vaikuntas. Aniruddha takes the form of Sri Mahavishnu. Radharan takes the incarnation of Lakshmi in all the Vaikuntas. Also Sankarsana takes the form of Shiva also. From the navel of the Mahavishnu, a lotus flower will sprout, and that in the lotus flower, first living being is Chaturmukha Brahma. He is also living being like us. He is also having 100 years life but cannot be compared with our 100 years life. There are totally 84 lakhs different living beings, right from ant to Chaturmukha Brahma. And again from Chaturmukha's mind, Brahma's mind, Manasa Putras will be created first. When they were asked to continue the progeny for the creation, they don't agree. We are devotees of Krishna, we want to be bachelors. They will not agree. In that one, he gets anger. Out of anger, Shiva will be created. Though Shiva is created later, he stands between Mahavishnu and Brahma, because there are many qualities are there, out of which Mahavishnu is having 64 important qualities, and Brahma is having 43 of those qualities, whereas Shiva is having 52 of those qualities. For that reason, he gets the second place between Mahavishnu and Brahma. We human beings also have 21 of those characters, but we forget those things. We don't remember those things because we are attracted with nature. Sattvica guna, Rajasa guna and Tamasa guna, three gunas are there in this nature. At the time when we are in the womb of our mother, when she is pregnant, 5 months pregnancy, right from then we understand, see the God. Also we remember all the lives we have taken earlier. Like calendar years from January to December, again January repeats. Even the life cycle also repeats. So when our Atma is different, body is different. When this body is deteriorated due to either disease or old age, this becomes unfit for the Atma to soul to stay here, spirit soul. It will leave this body. Like we take new clothes, leaving the dirty clothes or worn out clothes. Like that, Atma will leave this body and another body. Hare Krishna, now you can have darshan and continue the class till the end. So, when we are we must have taken some lakhs and lakhs of births earlier, which we do not remember after we are delivered. But when in the womb of our mother, we remember all those things right from the 5 months pregnancy till the delivery period. And we also see the Supreme God directly. Directly we see them, also make promises to him that we would abide by his rules and regulations to follow the Dharma. But once we are delivered, we are attracted by the nature, and due to this Rajasa and Tamasa gunas, we are after the thinking that is happiness. We are after the happiness which are only temporary. Which are temporary. Again, that is also like life cycle. Coming and going. Again, happiness is not continuous throughout the life. Happiness will be there for some time. Again, we will have sufferings. Again, the happiness will come. This is a ongoing thing, like a cyclic thing. Like that, we have taken many different lives. Maybe we have born as a dog, cat, pig, something. Even as a plant also we must have born. We do not know all those things. But to get out of this life cycle, God, out of His sympathy and kindness, He has given us this human body with intelligence. That intelligence, remembering Krishna is our main goal. At the end of our life, He gives only few seconds. While before birth, we have been given 4 months to 5 months time in the mother's womb, remembering Him and seeing Him. But whereas at the end of the life, He gives only few seconds. At that time, if you remember Krishna, we'll be liberated. We get moksha. That means we go to any one of the Vaikuntha. It's not necessary we have to go to Goloka Vrindavana. Any of the this thing. So, like that, He has incarnated as Matsyavatara in the fish form. He made some fish as his own mother because it is his sankalpa. And again as a tortoise form he has taken Kurma Avatara, Varaha a pig, wild pig, and Narsingha, neither human being nor a lion. It is half lion, half man. Again Rama Avatara, pure human form. He has behaved like a normal human being, how to respect your parents, elders, acharyas, spiritual masters, everything like that. And even how to love animals like bear, jamanta, monkeys, so many crores of monkeys, not one or two. and how to love birds like Jatayu, and how to love the demons also like Vibhishna. Vibhishna was also demon. He liked him very much. But whereas he killed Ravana and Indrajit, so many demons he has killed. It's not that he wanted to kill, he has given a lot of opportunity for them to change. Since they never changed, then only he has taken the decision to kill them. Like that. Again, in the during Krishna avatar at Dwapara Yuga, Krishna himself incarnated in full as a Krishna form. He exhibited many of his leelas, pastimes, which are clear mentioned in detail in the 10th canto. Since in this verse, what they are saying, oh learned Bhanamas, when Sukadeva recited Bhagavatam there, in presence of Emperor Parikshit, again this Sukadeva is the not, I am not telling about the Sudha Goswami who replied to the answers in Naimisharanya to say this. I am telling about Sukadeva Goswami. During Dwapara Yuga, Krishna incarnated in 5 forms. Dwapara Yuga itself. One is as Vyasadeva. Again, Arjuna is also Krishna himself. Narayana. In the earlier guy, he was in Nara. So Nara is the incarnation of Arjuna. Again, Krishna himself is the Krishna. And Rukmini's son, Pradyumna, is also Krishna. Rukmini's grandson, Krishna grandson, Anuruddha is also Krishna. That he has taken 5 forms. 5 forms. And so, Vyasa Bhagwan, his son was Sukadeva. Sukadeva, unlike us, we were in our mother's womb only for 9 months, not more than that. Beyond that one, our mother, they went to the hospital to consult the gynecologist. Maybe it's a normal delivery or cesarean, like that it has happened. Whereas Sukadeva Goswami was there in his mother's womb for 16 years. And Vyasa Bhagwan has imparted all this knowledge, all the 4 Vedas, Mahabharata, the epic, great epic, and this Madhbhavatam to Sukadeva Goswami when he was in mother's womb itself. Like Krishna has taught the Abhimanyu entering to the Padma Vibhuha, whereas Krishna has only taught him to enter into the Vibhuha but not coming out. That was a different reason, because Abhimanyu's life was only that much. He should not come out. So he has only taught him about the entering the Padma Vibhuha. But whereas Sukadeva Swami was imparted with the complete knowledge of 4 Vedas, Mahabharata epic, Madhbhavatam, 18 everything. So when I heard him with rapt attention, and thus by his mercy I learned the Bhagavatam from the great and powerful sage. When at that time Parikshit, Abhimanyu's grandson, Abhimanyu's son was Parikshit. His son, Abhimanyu's son was Parikshit. He was saved when Ashwatthama tried to kill through the Brahmastra in the womb of Uttara itself. Krishna saved him in the womb of Uttara itself. Since Krishna has saved him in the womb of this thing, Krishna himself has named him as Parikshit. Because before birth itself, he was protected. Also, Krishna has given him the complete knowledge to remember the God. Hare Krishna. So, like that, Parikshit, what happens? Parikshit, during, like any other normal king, he goes for hunting. During the hunting, he will be feeling very thirsty and sees a hermitage of a sage, Rishi. There, what happens? That sage, instead of that, because he was in meditation, he did not see the king coming to his place. So the king gets angry. Parikshit Maharaja gets angry because he was full of thirsty. He puts a dead, there he finds a dead snake. He puts that dead snake around that Muni's neck and leaves away out of thirst. A little later, his that sage son comes. He, seeing the dead snake, is saying, without knowing who has put in that his snake in his father's leg, just he curses. Whoever person who's put this dead snake in my father's neck, he will die within 7 days. And as soon as he curses, that his father will open his eyes and he will, through his divine eyes, vision, he sees that it was done by Parikshit Maharaja. He tells that it should not have been cursed. He tells his son, it should not have cursed like that. Now, this message was passed to Parikshit. Parikshit, how to save himself. What to do? Not saving from this thing, for his soul. What to do in these 7 days? He will call his son Janmejaya, he crowns him as the king, and he will go and sit in for penance. At that time, this Sukadeva Goswami, who was delivered by his mother, Vasa Bhagavan, just coming out of the mother's womb, he will just pray to their parents and he will never stay there. He will just walk away and he will be coming towards Parikshit Maharaja. He will recite all the entire the 12 cantos of Bhagavatam, 18,000 verses to Parikshit Maharaja. It was recited in Sanskrit. Of course, for me, now I had to tell in the slokas, we have to recite 3 times slowly. Again, I have to explain. But there it was not necessary because Parikshit was a learned scholar. He knows Sanskrit. No expression is required. So Sukha Maharshi was continuously reciting these things and he was understanding. And without any taking any water or food for 7 days and 7 nights. On the last day, the Takshaka, the serpent, comes and bites him and he dies. So, like that, because of that great sage, Bhagavatam, he could understand about all the incarnations. Again, not thousands of incarnations are not there in Bhagavatam. Only some important incarnations have been given. Because no one else knows all the incarnations. Because it's trillions and trillions of old, and he has taken me thousands of incarnations. Nobody can know about those details excepting for Supreme God himself. Even Chaturmukha Brahma will not be knowing because he is also having 100 years life. And today's Brahma's age is 52 years. His age is calculated in a different way. Our 4 yugas is totally 43,20,000 years. Into 1000 makes 1 kalpa. 1 kalpa is his daytime. During his daytime, the entire creation is there. Brahma's creation. All this creation is there. During his night time, Krishna will make annihilation of all these universes. Again, at the end of every Chaturyuga, it is only small annihilation. Only of 1000 such kalpas, Mahapralaya will be there. So, we will be entering into the womb of stomach of Krishna, and Krishna will be the small, like when we are born, how we are in this immediate of the birth, that size on a banyan leaf, he will be lying in the water, ocean. All the universes, not only we, all the living beings and all the material things, everything will enter into the stomach of Krishna. Only during creation again, we all come out again based on our karma. One can certainly see directly the presence of Lord Sri Krishna in the pages of Bhagavatam. See, I told you that in the Goloka Vrindavana, Lord Krishna, Supreme God, he has made himself into 4 forms. One is himself as known as Vasudeva, and other 3 forms, Sankarsana, Aniruddha and Pradyumna. Those forms we can't see. Again, in all Vaikunthas, in all universes, he is there as Mahavishnu. Even that Mahavishnu we can't see. And whether Matsyavatara, Kurma, Varaha, Narsimha, all these things, and even as Rama as a human, in the human form, again Krishna also human form with all the powers, he was Paripurna Avatara, with all his powers is manifested. We can't see them because it's a past time. We can't go into the past. Capsule is there also, we can't enter into that time capsule and go and see them. It is not possible. And in this Kali Yuga, as a Rama, human form, he has, earlier I told you how to respect our parents, elders, how to love other animals or birds and things. And only few people followed Rama. Later during Krishna Avatara and Dwapar Yuga, he tried to instruct, give Upadesha, right from opening his mouth and showing the universe, to Yashoda Mata. Right from that time till showing Vishwarupa to Arjuna, many times he tried to explain, but nobody understood him. Only Arjuna questioned and Krishna recited entire Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Like Sukadeva recited Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaja. Krishna recited all the Bhagavad Gita slokas to Krishna, and he immediately understood, but war was started. But again when Abhimanyu was killed, second time Krishna to impart Bhagavad Gita in 36 chapters. That we don't have it in this Mahabharata available on the earth. Like that, after completion of war also, because they could not understand him properly, he made Bhishma to recite the Vishnu Sahasranama before the Pandavas. So like that it happened. So Krishna tried to make Upadesha. So in Kali, because immediately after Krishna departed to his Goloka Vrindavana, the Kali Yuga started. In this Kali Yuga, we don't understand him properly because our lifespan is very less. Our lifespan is only just 100 years. That also not sure we will live for 100 years. Many of us we might live in between itself. So in this Kali Yuga, the actual incarnation Kalki Avatara will come at the end of Kali Yuga, but for the prosperity of the human being in this Kali Yuga, he himself incarnated as a devotee, that is Chaitanya Prabhu, about 600 to 700 years ago. He himself, when his Goswamis, other Goswamis, Nityananda, Sankarsana, Balarama was Nityananda, and other Goswamis were also different devotees. When they said, "Oh Bhagwan" to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, he closed his ears and said, "I am not Bhagwan, I am only devotee of Krishna," he said. Because he wanted to show how a devotee should surrender to Krishna. He has instructed us to chant Hare Krishna. He has given the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which does not have any rules and regulations. You can chant 24 hours into 365 days, lifetime. Any number of times you can do. He has instructed do 64 times. But now since this, we are struggling for time. We have to go for our workplace. We have to do, unless we work, we can't earn, we can't live. For that purpose, at least what I suggest is you do at least one round. On the Prabhu is holding chanting beat. On those chanting beat, 108 beats. 108 times you do one round. Remaining rounds, if it is possible, you hold the chanting beat and do. Otherwise, even without beat, while bathing, cooking, eating, while driving your bike or car, while traveling the bus, you can chant his name. Like that. There are 4 ways to remember Krishna, because see, this working is required. I don't say working is not required. It is essential, because we have to get our food, clothing, shelter. For all these things we need money. Without money, nothing comes free. In the supermarket and malls, they announce buy 2 get 1 get third one free. Nothing is even free. Even for the third one they will be charging. But we do not know. It is a hidden charge. Nothing comes free. So we have to work for our living purpose. While doing that one, our ultimate goal is to go back to Godhead, moksha, liberation. For that purpose, we need to remember Krishna. So one form of remembering him is by meditation, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And the second way is to remember when you go home, your elderly parents, they will not be knowing anything. You tell them whatever you are hearing in the satsang association, whatever you hear about the leelas, you let them know. Also, this remembering God, it's not that we need to remember only at our old age, at the end of the life. To remember at that time, we have to have a practice. You need to have a practice. So, right from childhood, you train your children. उनको भी शिक्षण देना चाहिए, training. शिक्षण देना चाहिए. You please train your children and to other spouse, whether it is husband or wife, you talk about that one. This is one way. The other thing, when you meet your friends and relatives, instead of speaking about some movies and some nonsense, you speak about the glories of the God. Like that, this is the 3 glories. Also, we all living beings, I am not saying human beings, all living beings are equal, because Krishna Paramatma is there. I told you for Vibhava, who has taken incarnations as a Vibhava form. Rama Avatara, Krishna Avatara, they are known as Vibhava forms. Vibhava Avatara also we cannot see. In this Kalki Avatara, again Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, again it is a past history, 600 years ago, we can't, whatever instructions he has given, we can see. The other forms are available in this Kali Yuga. It is DT form, Vigraha. DT means Vigraha, Archa Rupa. This is called as Archa Rupa, Vigraha Rupa, where we do Archana. This, we cannot, nobody should call it as an idol. Idol means something, statues which you find on the roads. This is not idol, because this, by chanting auspicious mantras, it has been installed over here, whether it is here or in your home. After chanting some mantras for every regularly, we do worship. For that reason, Krishna Paramatma is there here also. He can understand. You think that he is made up of some metal or mud or plastic. No, when he is made up of those things also, he can understand everything. He can understand, not only that, he can also award us everything what we desire. Maybe he might give today or a week or a month, or may not be in this life, he might give in another life. Depend upon the desire, type of desire, and it is a requirement is there or not, he will do like that. So, like that. And he is also in the form of Bhagavatam, scripture. Because when I am reading this verse, every word it tells about Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. This Bhagavad, whether it is not only Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata, 18 Puranas, 18 Upapuranas, Bhagavatam, all these things contain about Krishna. So the scriptures, in the form of scriptures also, Krishna Paramatma is there. You can imagine how Krishna is. Because we are imagining Krishna in this form, because all the rishis, Vedavasa Bhagavan during Dwapara Yuga and Valmiki Maharshi during Rama Avatara, since they were there during their lifetime, they have seen how was Rama, how was Krishna. They have given us their form, so we are able to make his Vigraha. We did not see, nobody has seen Krishna's form in Goloka Vrindavana. So we can imagine. When I am saying Krishna over in the Bhagavatam, you can imagine Krishna over there. And also in the form of sound, Dvani. In the form of Dvani also is there. Because Krishna, Krishna, Krishna is there in Dvani also. Like this we have, in this Kali Yuga, we have in the form of this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, in the form of scriptures, in the form of sound, in the form of Archa Rupa. And Archa Rupa also, it's not that just Krishna. If you love Rama, you make Rama's deity. Narsingha Avatara, you keep Narsingha's deity at your home. If you like Srinivasa Tirumala Balaji, you keep his Vigraha. Like that, Archa Rupa is more convenient in this Kali Yuga for us, because there are some crores of people having different ideas and different attachments are there. Accordingly, we can, according to our desire, we can make the form. Like that he is there. This, the pages of Bhagavatam, if one has heard it from a self-realized great soul like Sukadeva Goswami, one cannot, however, learn Bhagavatam from a bogus, hired reciter whose aim of life is to earn some money out of such recitation. There are see here in this ISKCON temple or many temples where satsang goes, we never ask for any money. Even if you want to pay something, we say, you put it in undi, we say. We never accept anything. But otherwise, there are some people who conduct these Bhagavatam classes, satsangs, Ramayana, Mahabharata, everything for earning purpose. In that Bhagavad, in those things, what they do is they completely change the entire story itself. They twist according to their requirement to attract the people. Public जन में मनोरंजन के लिए उनको आकर्षण करने के लिए they twist the entire story and they change everything according to their whims and fancies to make money. One can, however, learn Bhagavatam, one cannot learn Bhagavatam from bogus hired reciter whose aim of life is to earn some money out of such recitation and employ the earning in sex indulgence. No one can learn Srimad Bhagavatam who is associated with persons engaged in sex life. See, like Nityananda Swami is there, there are so many Swamis are there. They, for earning purpose, they are attracting, they make lot of jokes and lot of things not mentioned in the scriptures, and also at the same time, they go with some women. They enjoy their own life. Like that, we should not go with those such people. One has to learn Bhagavatam from the representative of Sukadeva Goswami. Again, see, this Sukadeva Goswami was living about 5,000 years ago. When Parikshit Maharaja was there, he has recited this Bhagavatam to him. Subsequently, his disciple, Sudha Goswami, who has recited Bhagavatam to Naimisharanya, many sages. Like that, disciplic succession has come. There are many people. We have also learned from our acharyas. My acharya is Jiya Swami, Chinna Jiya Swami, Shamshabad. He belongs to Ramanujya Sampradaya. I belong to that discipline. But I am doing here because it's I have learned this Bhagavatam and it can be done everywhere. There is no difference between I am doing the Prabhupada's Bhagavatam itself. It's not my acharya's Bhagavatam. And it's one and the same. There is no difference excepting for some small changes in the worship, in the way of worship. Other than that, there is no difference in the literatures. We accept everything, whether Bhagavatam, Puranas, Bhagavat, everything. It's one and the same. There is nothing. While telling, language might be different, but we never twist any narration. So like that, my acharya is Chinna Jiya Swami. One has to learn Bhagavatam from the representative of Sukadeva Swami and no one else if one wants to see the Lord Sri Krishna in the pages. This is the process and there is no alternative. Sudha Goswami is a bona fide representative of the Sukadeva Swami. Sudha Goswami is this bona fide representative. He received from his great learned Brahmana Sukadeva Goswami. And also Sukadeva Goswami is presenting Bhagavatam as he heard from Sukadeva Goswami. Whatever he is replying this Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami, it is one and the same what Sukadeva has narrated to Parikshit Maharaja. Simple hearing is not at all. One must realize the text with proper attention. You need to have concentration, Shraddha. Shraddha is most important. Whatever you hear, because again to remember, you need not by heart it. Just I told you earlier, when you go home, you just tell your parents, you tell your children. If you 2-3 times, if you repeatedly telling them, you will know, you will remember it. It's not here to by heart. It's not in some examination. You go and write it. It's all required for remembering Krishna. The entire thing is for remembering Krishna. The word Nivasta means the Sutta Goswami drank the juice of Bhagavatam through his ears. See, ears, it can only hear the sound. Here, the drinking of juice means whatever, it's like a juice, fruit, it's like a fruit juice is very tasty, which you take it, consume it to your mouth. That one, when Bhagavatam is something like a good fruit juice, when you hear through your ears, that you will be relishing it. Like that, the devotees, all these sages, they have relished these things so that again they can retell same thing to their disciples. And this is a continuous process. That is the real process of receiving Bhagavatam. It's not that we have Bhagavatam books, we sit at home and just go on by hearting. That is not the process at all. If you by hearted it, you will never understand anything because there are so many hidden meanings are there which you can only understand while listening in some Bhagavatam association, as well also you again repeating to others. See, by some good, God has given me some opportunity, I am sitting on this asana. This is known as Vyasasana. So it's not necessary that you sit on Vyasasana and recite Bhagavatam to others. Wherever, whichever place you are sitting and reciting the Bhagavatam to others, the place where you are sitting itself is a Vyasasana. You see that place is clean and talk about it, that's all. It's not necessary you should have this Vyasasana only there. So wherever you sit, that itself is a Vyasasana. One should hear with rapt attention from the real person and then he can at once realize the presence of Lord Krishna in every page. And the secret of knowing Bhagavatam is mentioned here. No one can have rapt attention who is not pure in mind. See, our mind, it is wavering. It is really wavering. I do not know how many of your minds are here in the temple, in the Krishna and the Bhagavatam, I do not know. While doing chanting or while hearing to this my words, your mind must be somewhere in your workplace or to your some friend in America or London, because mind, its speed of mind is like it's faster than light. It is faster than light. If you say America, you will see America. You can imagine like that. So our attention, when here the rapt attention, it should be, you should be concentrating only here into this Bhagavatam. That is what it is mentioned here. No one can give rapt attention who is not pure in mind. Because in this nature, what happens is, you need not remember all those things. Some ice cream bandi or a chaat fellow will be going outside screaming pani puri or ice cream. Immediately your mind will go there. Your mind will be diverted. So without diversion, you should have your attention in this Bhagavatam. You should hear to the Bhagavatam without any disturbance. No one can be pure in action who is not pure in eating, sleeping, learning and mating. See, again there are so many regulations. See, if you eat in excess, you will feel lazy and you will be sleeping most of the time. For us, what is the time of sleep we require? Just 2 to 2.5 hours deep sleep. 2 to 2.5 hours deep sleep during the night between 1:30 to 3:30. That is the deep sleep you need. Before that, you might be closing your eyes and sleeping, but you might be dreaming also. You might be dreaming or some sound will be coming, you will disturb all those things. But again in deep sleep, you will not even see these dreams. Between 1:30 and 3 o'clock or 3:30, you will not even have sleep. That 2 hours sleep is only sufficient. Generally people say we need 8 hours sleep, and some people they sleep for 12 hours, 14 hours. That is not at all required. And again, it all depends upon the food what we take. We have to take sattvic food. Sattvic food means even this garlic, onion and some vegetables like drumstick, they give us, they are not sattvic. This onion and garlic, they give tamasic effect. And this drumstick, eating curds in night, drinking buttermilk is good, but eating curds in night and like this leaves like gongura, these things, they give rajasic effect, means desires. Particularly in young people, this they need curds, drumstick and gongura, because they need to enjoy with their spouses. For enjoying the spouses, for that particular purpose, it encourages, it gives lot of this. You don't need any Ayurvedic or allopathic medicines for increasing your desires. If you eat these vegetables, those desires will be fulfilled. So those things we should not take. They give all rajasic characters. So you have to have sattvic, that also mitahara. You have to eat little. Our body needs 60% in the form of liquids, whether it is fruit juice, soup or something like that, in the form of rasam, sambar, like that, in the form of liquids we need 60%. About 15 to 20% of solids. Again, this soft rice or these things, they can considered as between juice and solids. Again, remaining 20% we are supposed to maintain it vacant. But what we do, when we don't eat those normal sattvic food, we try to eat some sandwiches, burgers, pizzas, we feel like eating more, we fill our stomach with 200%. 200% we fill it up our stomach. We should not do. 20% should be kept vacant. If you want, see, nowadays many of us are diabetic prone patients. Again, for diabetic prone patient, every day we need to have something. So have whatever food you are going to have, that one have very little. You have number of times, no problem. It's not a problem. See, in earlier days, sages used to have only one time meal, that in the evening. Only one time they used to have. That too, raw vegetables and fruits they used to have. Not these cooked foods like what we have today. But today we have all these things. But when we are diabetic, we have little. Like that, we have to maintain everything. But 60% should be liquid, 20% solids, and remain 20% it should be vacant. Try to do that one. When you follow these things, then definitely you can concentrate. And other thing is, you try to avoid. See, I am not saying you should not. Man should not see woman should not man. Try to maintain the relationship properly. With wife, you maintain that the what relation you have to maintain with the wife. With children. Other women, you treat them in ISKCON. We call all women as Matajis, and we call all Purushas as Prabhus. We never call as different this thing. So when you consider everyone as a Mataji only. Don't seeing every woman, don't get attracted with unnecessary desires. Like that, you should not have unnecessary desires for women, and women should not have like this attachment with men. And again, fearing also should not be had. See, why should you fear? For what purpose you fear? You should fear only for one purpose. We will be dying one day or other. One day or other we will be dying. So only for the death purpose you need to fear. Otherwise you don't need not fear for anything. अरे वो आके कुछ करेगा, ये आके मारेगा, वो मेरे को लूटेगा, क्या? Nothing happens. If it is ours, it will be stay with us. If it is not ours, it will go. God will give you what right thing is required at the appropriate time. So you need not worry or fear about anything. Like that, fearing should not be there. These four things, that is eating, sleeping, fearing and mating. But somehow or other, someone hears with rapt attention from the right person. At the very beginning, one can assured see Lord Krishna in person in pages of Bhagavatam. See, if somebody who is serious to see Krishna, if he with all concentration, if he hears to this Bhagavatam and other scriptures, he can see Krishna in every page. In every page he can see Krishna. And with this 44th verse, the conclusion of this third chapter comes. We will be going into the next chapter tomorrow. For today we will be ending with this Krishna is the soul. All his incarnations, he is only the cause. Birth also, he is only cause. Not only our birth, all living beings. Whether it is ant or Chaturma Brahma, Krishna is only the cause, as well as for all his incarnations, he is only the cause. That is the reason this third chapter is mentioned as Krishna is the cause of all his incarnations. Whether it is as incarnate as Rama or is incarnate as Krishna himself, he is only the cause. And Kausalya Mata was pregnant for 12 months, Purna Garbha. Rama is known as Purna Garbha. And Rama is, because to kill Ravana, he has to take human form. So he has taken a normal birth through Kausalya Mata. It was his will. And during Dwapara Yuga, Devaki Devi was pregnant only for the appearance of Kamsa. But he never came out of the womb of Devaki Devi. He just, at the time of delivery, just he manifested with all his weapons, everything, as a Krishna himself. Seeing Krishna like that, Devaki Devi and Vasudeva prayed, "Oh Krishna, if you come in this form, Kamsa will come and kill you." They are saying Krishna is seeing him as God, but they say they mistook him. Kamsa will come and kill you. Please, you withdraw all your weapons and appear like a normal human. Then, when they requested, prayed like that, Krishna has left all his weapons, and then he appeared with his only flute as a small child, which was immediately with. Before that he gave instructions. As soon as I am taking that form, you need to replace me in Nandagokula with that girl child over there in Yashoda Mata's residence. Like that, they were dead. So Krishna is the cause of his own incarnation. Whereas our birth, we have not taken any such thing. We cannot take, even for our children, it's only we can't make them to take birth as we like. They will be born as per their karma. We are born as per our karma. So in this life cycle, we need to escape from birth after birth. So for that reason, we need to make all our efforts for to remember Krishna at the end of our life, when he will give only few seconds of time. Before birth, he has given 4 months to 5 months in the mother's womb, whereas at the end of life, he is giving only few seconds. At that time, if you remember him, we are qualified for moksha. Again, if he blesses only, we get moksha. Suppose there is any shortfall in our qualification, see, if we get low marks in our PhD degree or intermediate or whatever qualification, again we have to reappear for the exam. Similarly, in our moksha qualification, if any shortfall is there, again he may not give us some annual birth, because we are doing all our worship to him. He would give us a human birth. We would continue from there itself in his worship and fulfill all his other distance, then again get liberated. He might give immediate liberation also. So to remember him, we need to practice him. To do that one, we shall chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra for today 10 times and disperse for today. Again tomorrow morning we will join for Bhagavatam next chapter. Next chapter will be appearance of Narada. That is, his incarnation will be given in detail in the next chapter, the fourth chapter of the first canto. So we shall chant Hare Krishna Mantra. Please announce me loudly. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Swasti Prabhya Bhavantyam, Nyayena, Margena, Mahimeshaha, Gobhashvastu Nityam, Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu, Kayena Vacha, Manasi Indrivya, Buddhyatpate Swabhavat, Karomi Yajjat Parasmai, Narayanati Sarpayami, Sri Manasarpan Sarvam Sri Krishna Vratu Mangalam Nitya Mangalam. Jai Sri Radha Gopinath ki, Jai Sri Jagannath Baladev Sodamai ki, Jai Sri Nasing Bhagwan ki, Jai Sri Prahlad Maharaj ki, Jai Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Jai Sri Panchatattva ki, Jai Sri Madhvadam Granth ki, Jai Sri Hare Krishna Mantra ki, Jai Sri Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. Today evening we have Ramayana.